It's 5:30 in the morning when Camilla Davis finishes cleaning the last room at the Imperial Hotel. At 23, she carries the exhaustion of someone who has worked 14 hours straight. Her eyes burn, her back aches, but she can't stop. Every dollar makes a difference. Her blue hotel uniform is soaked with sweat after a shift that started at 3 yesterday afternoon. Camilla pushes the cart through the marble corridors, thinking about Grandma Rose's medicine bill that's due today. $240 that she still doesn't have. Upon reaching the presidential suite, she stops at the door. It's the most expensive room in the hotel, with a view of the entire city. Camilla has cleaned this place hundreds of times, but today something feels different. Her legs tremble with fatigue. She sits on the edge of the king-size bed for just a minute. The mattress is softer than anything she's ever had at home. I'll just rest for 5 minutes, she thinks. Her eyes close on their own. Sleep comes like an irresistible wave. Camilla sinks into the lavender-scented pillow. There, in that room that costs more for one night than she earns in 2 months, she finally relaxes. Leonard Sterling arrives at the hotel at 6:30 in the morning. 32 years old, CEO of the country's largest construction company, he's used to having everything under control. Today he has an important meeting at the office the company maintains at the hotel. His assistant had already called 3 times, saying the human resources consultant cancelled at the last minute, an urgent family matter. Leonard decided to come anyway. He needs to resolve this company humanization issue soon. He goes up to the office on the top floor and stops. A young woman is sleeping on the reception sofa, wearing a hotel uniform. Her brown hair falls over her tired face. There's something pure in that image that touches Leonard in a strange way. For a moment, he just watches. The young woman looks exhausted but peaceful. There's no heavy makeup, expensive jewelry, or practiced poses. Just a simplicity he hasn't seen in years. Leonard checks his watch. 6:40. The consultant was supposed to arrive at 7, but cancelled. He looks at the sleeping woman and has a strange idea. What if she was a consultant who arrived early and decided to rest? Her clothes are too simple, but maybe she's one of those modern professionals who don't care about appearances. Or maybe she had a problem and had to change clothes. Camilla wakes up to the sound of footsteps. Her eyes open slowly, still confused by sleep. When she sees the man in an expensive suit standing there, her heart races. "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to," she stammers, trying to get up quickly. "Calm down, it's okay. You must be the consultant who was coming today, right? I'm Leonard Sterling," he says with a gentle smile. "Maria, right?" Camilla freezes. He thinks she's the consultant. She should correct the mistake right away. But the words don't come out. There's something in the kind way he speaks that leaves her speechless. "My assistant told me you cancelled, but since you're here," Leonard continues, sitting in an armchair. "I imagine you resolved the issue." Camilla swallows hard. The richest man she's ever seen is talking to her as if she were an equal. For the first time, someone isn't treating her like she's invisible. Yeah, that's right," she whispers, still trying to understand what's happening. Leonard smiles. "Great. So let's talk about how to humanize my company. Did you bring any materials?" Camilla feels her heart beating so fast she's sure he can hear it. She has no materials. She's not a consultant of anything. But then she remembers her college classes. "Actually, I prefer to get to know the company first. Talk, understand how things work," she says, using what she learned in her HR classes. "Interesting. And what do you want to know?" Camilla takes a deep breath. 2 years ago, she was in her 3rd semester of human resources at California State University, San Bernardino. She dreamed of helping people at work, making a difference. Until the money ran out, and she had to drop out to take care of Grandma Rose. Well, humanization is about seeing people as people, isn't it? She begins slowly, not just as numbers on a spreadsheet. Leonard leans forward, interested. Continue. It's just that often we forget that every employee has a life, a family waiting at home, bills to pay, dreams. The words come out naturally now. Camilla is talking about what she lives every day. And how do we apply that in practice? Camilla thinks about Miss Henderson, who cleans bathrooms at 60 to buy insulin. About Mr. Johnson, a doorman who goes to college at night and dreams of becoming a teacher. First, you need to truly get to know these people. Know their names, understand what they need. An employee who knows their boss cares about them works from the heart, she explains. Leonard is impressed. He's heard many consultants talk about productivity and profit, but never anyone who focused so much on the human side. What about authority? How do you maintain respect while being close to employees? Respect doesn't come from fear. It comes from consideration. When a boss shows they value everyone's work, people want to give their best, Camilla replies, remembering how invisible she feels at the hotel. You have a very different perspective on this, Leonard comments. It's good to hear from someone who truly understands the dignity of work. Camilla almost laughs at the situation. If he knew she spent 12 hours a day cleaning bathrooms, being treated like furniture by rich guests. All honest work has value. It doesn't matter if the person is a CEO or a housekeeper. Everyone deserves respect, she says with conviction. Leonard is captivated. There's a sincerity in this woman he's never encountered. She's not trying to impress or sell anything. She's speaking the truth from the heart. Maria, I'll be direct. I need someone like you in my company, someone who understands that happy employees work better. Camilla feels her world spinning. An opportunity like this could change her life completely. She could pay for Grandma's treatment, go back to college, have a future. Wow! I don't know what to say, she stammers. Say you accept a 3-month contract as a consultant. You'll reformulate our human resources policy, make the environment more humane. How about it? Camilla thinks of Grandma Rose at home, confused with Alzheimer's, the expensive medicine she needs to buy, the college she had to drop out of. This might be her only chance to get out of the life she has. I accept, she whispers. Leonard smiles and extends his hand. Welcome to the team, Maria. I'm sure this will be the start of an amazing partnership. Now, when their hands touch, Camilla feels a strange energy. It's not just gratitude for the opportunity, it's something deeper, more dangerous. We'll start Monday. My assistant Patricia will go over all the contract details when she arrives, Leonard says, standing up. And Maria, thank you for accepting. I have a good feeling about this. After he leaves, Camilla is left alone in the office. She looks at her own hands, which are still trembling. She just agreed to pose as a professional consultant. She just lied to the most powerful man she'd ever met. But when she thinks of Grandma Rose at home, the medicine bill, the chance for a better life, Camilla knows she had no choice. Sometimes a lie is the only way out we can see. The phone rings. It's Grandma. Camilla? Where are you, honey? I'm on my way, Grandma. Just finished work. That's good. I miss you. Camilla hangs up and takes a deep breath. Now she needs to figure out how to be a real consultant. And fast. 2 months have passed since that life-changing encounter. Camilla barely recognizes her own life now. During the day, she is Maria, the human resources consultant. At night, she's still the granddaughter taking care of Grandma Rose. She wakes up at 5 every morning. First, she prepares coffee and Grandma Rose's medicine. The 78-year-old sometimes recognizes her, and sometimes asks who that pretty young woman living in the house is. I'm going to work, Grandma. Ms. Albee will stay here with you, okay? Work where, dear? At a big company. I'm helping the people there. It's true, in a way. Camilla really is helping. Her ideas about valuing employees are yielding results. People are more energized. Complaints have decreased. The atmosphere has improved. Ms. Albee, a retired neighbor, agrees to stay with Grandma Rose for a small fee. It's good to have company, she says, and your grandmother is a sweetheart. Camilla gets ready in the small bathroom of their two-bedroom apartment. Her clothes are different now. Nothing too expensive, but bought from quality thrift stores downtown. Blazers, skirts, low-heeled shoes she finds on sale. She learned to style her hair in an elegant bun by watching YouTube videos at the college library. Her makeup is basic, pink lipstick and mascara, but the result is a woman completely different from the housekeeper of a few months ago. At the company, everyone respects her. "Good morning, Maria," employees say. Some stop to chat about the changes she proposed. Flexible hours for those with young children, a relaxation corner in the cafeteria, and an incentive program for continuing education. "The Employee of the Month idea was brilliant," comments Robert, the sales supervisor. "People are more motivated than ever." Camilla smiles. "It's just about valuing everyone's work. Everyone wants to feel important." She learned all this by studying late into the night. After taking care of Grandma, Camilla spends hours at the college library, reading about people management. She borrows books, downloads articles, takes detailed notes. It's an exhausting effort, but it's working. Camilla discovered she has a natural talent for understanding people. Perhaps because she was always invisible, she knows exactly how others feel when they are ignored. But not everything is easy. In the first week, she called Leonard Mr. Sterling in front of the board of directors. In the second, she used "we" in a formal presentation. Small blunders that make her heart race. Leonard started looking for her almost every day, always with professional excuses, but Camilla realizes he enjoys her company. "How did you learn to read people like that?" he asks during a meeting. "I guess when you suffer, it becomes easier to see the suffering of others," Camilla responds without thinking. Leonard is intrigued. "You have suffered a lot." Camilla realizes she said too much. "Oh, everyone has their difficulties, right?" But he doesn't forget the comment. There's something about Maria's story that doesn't quite fit. A consultant who talks about suffering with such understanding. A professional who perfectly understands the struggles of the simplest employees. Weeks pass, and Camilla grows more confident. She's learned to speak in meetings, to present ideas, to behave in a corporate environment. She observed how people dress, how they speak, how they gesture, but the hardest part is hiding who she really is from Leonard. Every time he asks about her background, she invents a new story. A private university in California, experience at a company that went out of business, a family that prefers privacy. "You're a bit mysterious, Maria," Leonard comments one day. "Sometimes I get the impression there's much more to you than you show." Camilla feels her heart race. Everyone has their secrets, right? True, but I'd like to know yours. There's something different in his tone of voice. An intimacy that goes beyond work. Camilla realizes Leonard is becoming interested in her as a woman, not just as a consultant. And the worst part is, she's also becoming interested in him. Leonard is different from what she imagined. He's not arrogant like other rich people she knows. He's kind, polite, intelligent. He treats all employees well, from the director to the cleaning lady. One day, she's almost discovered. Patricia, Leonard's assistant, comments, "Strange, I can't find your resume in our files." Camilla feels her blood run cold. "Oh, there must have been a system error when I sent it. Can you send it again? I need it for HR files." "Of course, I'll send it this afternoon," Camilla lies, knowing she has no resume at all. That night, she spends hours creating a fake resume on the library computer. university in California, experience at a company that really went out of business, courses she never took. Every line is a lie that pulls her deeper. "Marie, would you like to have lunch with me today to celebrate the project results?" Leonard asks one Friday. Camilla knows she should say no, that she's entering dangerous territory, but when she looks at Leonard, with those sincere eyes waiting for an answer, she can't resist. "I'd love to," she replies. Leonard smiles like a child who received a gift. "Perfect. I know a nice place." As he walks away, Camilla realizes what she just did. She accepted a date with a billionaire. She, who lives in a 2-bedroom apartment and takes care of a sick grandmother. She, who until recently cleaned the floor he walks on. But when she thinks about how Leonard looks at her, how he treats her with affection and respect, Camilla can almost forget that everything is based on a lie. She can almost believe she deserves that life. 3 months after their first meeting, Camilla gets ready for the most important lunch of her life. She chose a navy blue dress she found on sale, but spent half her salary on decent shoes. Nothing extravagant, but elegant enough. In the mirror of the small bathroom, she looks at herself and barely recognizes her own reflection. The housekeeper is gone. In her place, there's a confident woman who seems to belong to Leonard's world. "Grandma, I'm going out for a bit. Miss Albee will stay here with you, okay?" Grandma Rose looks at her with the confused eyes of Alzheimer's, but smiles. "You look beautiful, dear. Going to meet a boyfriend?" Camilla feels her heart clench. "Maybe, Grandma. That's good. You deserve to be happy." These words echo in Camilla's mind throughout the entire journey. Does she really deserve to be happy? Does she have the right to dream of a love like this, based on a lie? The restaurant is more elegant than any place she'd ever been. Waiters in white shirts, tables with tablecloths, dim lighting and soft music. Camilla feels intimidated for a moment, but takes a deep breath. She observed the hotel's rich guests for years. She knows how to behave, how to hold cutlery, how to order politely. The difference is that now she's on the other side, being served instead of serving. Leonard is waiting at a reserved table. When he sees her approaching, his eyes light up. He stands up to greet her, a gesture Camilla didn't expect. "You look beautiful, Maria," he says, delicately kissing her hand. "Thank you." "You look great too." Leonard is wearing a dress shirt without a tie, elegant but casual. There's something different about him today. Less formal, more intimate. They sit down, and Leonard orders wine. "I hope you like red. It's from a winery in Mendoza." Camilla has never drunk imported wine, but she smiles. It must be very good. During lunch, they talk about everything. Leonard tells her about the pressure of managing a family empire and the loneliness of always being surrounded by opportunistic people. "You know what exhausts me the most? Never knowing if someone likes me or if they're just after my money," he confesses. Camilla feels a pang of guilt. If he knew she accepted to work with him out of desperation. "That must be very difficult indeed," she says sincerely. "It is, until I met you." Leonard looks at her in a way that makes Camilla forget to breathe. There's something true in that gaze, something that goes far beyond professional interest. "You're different, Maria. You have a naturalness I haven't seen in years. You talk about work, about people, with genuine passion. You're not trying to impress me." If he knew how much she was trying to impress him. Camilla is gaining much more than he can imagine. A new life, a new identity, a chance for a future. "Maybe it's because I truly believe in what I do," she replies. "That's exactly it. You really believe." Leonard leans closer. "And I believe in you." The rest of the lunch passes in a blur of intimate conversations and intense gazes. Leonard talks about his lonely childhood, about parents who died young, about the burden of carrying an important surname. Camilla speaks little about herself, but when she does, it's with sincerity. About the importance of family, about valuing simple things, about finding beauty in small gestures. "You remind me of things I've forgotten," Leonard says. "How important it is to have someone genuine by your side." They leave the restaurant and walk through a nearby park. It's almost 3 in the afternoon, but Camilla doesn't want the date to end. For the first time in years, she feels truly happy. "Maria, can I confess something?" Leonard stops walking and faces her. "Of course. Ever since I met you, you haven't left my mind. It's not just work, it's personal. Very personal." Camilla feels the world stop. "Leonard, I know it might be complicated because of the company, but I can't pretend it's just professional between us anymore." He approaches slowly, giving her time to step back if she wants. But Camilla doesn't step back. She can't. She's been dreaming of this moment for months. When Leonard kisses her, it's as if all the lies disappear. There's only the truth of that feeling, the reality of that affection. Camilla forgets who she is, where she came from, all the problems waiting for her at home. For a few perfect seconds, she is just a woman in love, being kissed by the man she loves. When they separate, Leonard whispers, "You're different from all the women I've met, Maria. You are real." Camilla feels tears threaten to fall. If he only knew how real she was, and how everything else was a lie. "You're special too, Leonard," she manages to say. They kiss again, more intensely this time. Camilla knows she's sinking deeper into an even bigger lie. She knows that eventually the truth will come out and destroy everything. But at this moment, in Leonard's arms, she chooses to believe she deserves that love, that she deserves to be happy, even if only for a short time. When they finally part, Leonard holds her hands. "Maria, I want you to know this isn't a game for me. It's serious." "It is for me too," Camilla replies, and it's the most truthful thing she's ever said. On the way home, during the bus ride to her simple apartment, Camilla touches her lips, which still taste of the kiss. She knows she has just crossed a dangerous line. Now she is no longer just an employee lying about qualifications. Now she is a woman in love, living a life that isn't hers. And for the first time since it all began, Camilla wonders if it's worth continuing to lie, or if she should tell the truth before it's too late. But when she gets home and sees Grandma Rose smiling, asking how her day was, Camilla knows she can't stop now. Too much depends on this lie, including the happiness of the only family she has. 2 months after their first kiss, Camilla and Leonard can no longer pretend it's just work. Thursday afternoon, she's in the office organizing reports when she receives a message from him. "Can you leave early today? I want to show you something." Ding, Camilla smiles and replies, "What kind of something?" "Surprise. Pick you up at 5. "Okay." She puts away her papers and tidies her desk. In recent months, she left her cleaning job at the hotel. She said she got something better. The manager was even happy for her. Now she lives solely on her consultant salary. It's not much, but it's 3 times more than she earned cleaning rooms. She can pay for Grandma Rose's medicine and still have a little left over. The problem is, it's getting harder and harder to hide who she really is. At exactly 5 o'clock, Leonard appears at the office door. "Ready for the surprise?" "Depends on what it is," Camilla laughs. "Come with me." They go down to the garage. Leonard stops in front of a black car Camilla has never seen. "Is it yours?" she asks. "I bought it yesterday. I wanted you to be the first to ride with me." Camilla feels her heart race. Leonard bought a car and wants to share it with her. It's the kind of gesture he only makes for important people. "Wow, it's beautiful. Get in. The car is more luxurious than anything she has ever sat in. Leather seats, digital dashboard, new car smell. "Where are we going?" she asks. "A special place. You'll like it." They drive through the streets of Los Angeles, talking about everything and nothing. Leonard tells her about the boring meeting he had that morning. Camilla talks about the new project she is developing. "You know, Maria, there's something I want to tell you," Leonard says, stopping at a traffic light. "What is it?" "This thing between us. It's not a game for me anymore." Camilla feels butterflies in her stomach. "It's not for me either." "So, are we officially dating?" "Officially." Leonard smiles and takes her hand. "That's good, because I'm in love with you." "I'm in love with you too." They kiss at the red light. A kiss full of promises and true feelings. The special place Leonard chose is a city viewpoint. From there, you can see all of Los Angeles lit up. "I come here when I need to think," he explains. "I've never brought anyone here before." "Why did you bring me?" "Because you're special, Maria. Different from all the women I've met." They stand embraced, looking at the view. Camilla feels like the luckiest woman in the world. At the same time, she feels the weight of the lie she carries. "Leonard, can I ask you something?" "Of course." "If you found out I wasn't exactly who you think I am, would you still love me?" Leonard looks at her, surprised. "What a strange question." "It's just, I don't know, hypothetical." "Maria, I fell in love with who you are, with your kindness, your intelligence, your way of seeing the world. That doesn't change, no matter what else I discover about you." Camilla almost tells the truth at that moment. Almost says she was a housekeeper who posed as a consultant. But when she thinks of Grandma Rose, of the life she managed to build, the words don't come out. "It's just that sometimes I'm afraid of disappointing you." "You will never disappoint me. I'm sure of it." If he only knew how wrong he was. On the way back, Leonard drops Camilla off at the subway station. She invented that she lives nearby and prefers to walk. She can't let him see the simple apartment where she lives. "I'll see you at work tomorrow," he says, kissing her cheek. "See you tomorrow." During the subway ride, Camilla keeps thinking about the conversation. Leonard said he loves her for who she is, but would he still love her if he knew the truth? At home, Grandma Rose is watching television. "Hi, Grandma. How was your day?" "Good, dear. Who are you again?" Camilla's heart clenches. The episodes of forgetfulness are becoming more frequent. "I'm Camilla, your granddaughter." "Oh, right, Camilla. You look beautiful today." "Did you go out with a boyfriend?" "Yes, Grandma, I did." "That's good. You deserve to be happy." Camilla hugs her grandmother and wonders how much longer she can maintain this double life. How many dates, how many kisses, how many lies she will still be able to sustain. A week later, Leonard arrives at the office with a thoughtful expression. Patricia, his assistant, notices he's different. "Good morning, Mr. Sterling. Everything okay?" "Good morning, Patricia. Yes, everything's fine." "Listen, I need to talk to you about something." "Of course. About what?" Leonard sits at her desk. "It's about Maria. Did you verify all her references when we hired her?" Patricia gets a little awkward. "Well, I tried, but I had some difficulties." "What kind of difficulties?" "The university she said she attended. I couldn't confirm. I called several times, but they always gave different excuses." Leonard feels something strange in his stomach. "And the company she worked for before?" "I confirmed that one went out of business, but I couldn't reach any former employees or bosses." "Did you find that strange?" Patricia hesitates. "A little, but I thought it was just bureaucracy. These things happen." "Patricia, I'm going to ask you something. I need you to try to verify her references again, more carefully this time." "Is there any specific problem?" No, it's just that I'm thinking of promoting her." I want to make sure everything is correct. It's a lie. The truth is that some things Maria says don't add up. The way she perfectly understands the problems of the simplest employees. How she knows every detail of the daily life of those who work hard. And most importantly, the way she avoids talking about her past. Okay, I'll try again. Thank you. And Patricia, please be discreet. Of course. That afternoon, Leonard looks for Camilla in her office. Hi, beautiful. Busy? Hi. Just finishing up some spreadsheets. Leonard sits in the armchair across from her desk. Maria, I wanted to invite you to something. What kind of invitation? Next Saturday I want to have lunch at my place. Family, some friends. I wanted you to come. Camilla feels her blood run cold. Lunch with your family. Yes, my Aunt Celia, my cousins, close people. I want them to meet you. I don't know if that's a good idea. Why not? Camilla searches for an excuse. I don't know. It might be strange to mix personal life with work. Maria, for me, you haven't been work for a long time. You're my girlfriend. I want the important people in my life to meet you. But you don't want to meet my family? Camilla sees the anticipation in his eyes. Of course I do. Then it's settled. Saturday at noon. After he leaves, Camilla panics. Lunch with Leonard's family means questions, stories, pretending a whole life that doesn't exist. She calls Ms. Albee. Ms. Albee, can you stay with Grandma Rose on Saturday? Of course, dear, all day. I think so. It's an important work commitment. No problem. Your grandmother enjoys my company. Camilla hangs up and returns to her computer, but she can't concentrate. She spends the rest of the afternoon thinking about how she will behave at lunch, what stories she will tell, how she will answer questions about her life. That night she goes to the college library and researches etiquette for formal meals. How to use cutlery, what to talk about, what topics to avoid. She also looks for information about the Sterling family online. She discovers that Leonard has a widowed aunt, 2 entrepreneur cousins, some longtime friends in the elite social circle, people who will instantly realize if she doesn't belong in that world. That night at home, Grandma Rose is more confused than usual. Camilla, who are these people in the living room? What people, Grandma? It's just the 2 of us here. Adun, there are a lot of people here. I don't know anyone. Camilla hugs her grandmother until she calms down. The episodes are becoming more intense. Maybe it's time to look for a better specialist. But a specialist costs a lot, and she can't lose her job now. Not when she's so close to getting a better life for both of them. 3 weeks before the lunch at Leonard's house, Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, receives an Air France flight from Paris. Among the passengers is Valentina Monroe, 29 years old, daughter of one of Los Angeles' most traditional families. She lived 2 years in France taking care of the family business there. But she always kept an eye on what was happening in the US, especially in Leonard Sterling's life. Valentina and Leonard have known each other since they were children. Their families have been friends for decades, and everyone always thought they would end up marrying. Until Leonard made it clear he only saw her as a friend. That was 3 years ago. Valentina pretended she accepted it well, but she never gave up on him. The move to France was a strategy. She thought the distance would make Leonard miss her. Now she's back because her mother called with news that infuriated her. Valentina, you need to come back. Why, Mum? Is everything okay there? It's about Leonard. What about Leonard? He's dating seriously. He's even going to introduce the girl to the family. Valentina almost drops the phone. What do you mean, dating seriously? A woman who works at his company. From what I hear, he's deeply in love. What's her name? Maria something. I don't know much about her. Valentina feels an uncontrollable rage. 2 years waiting for the right moment, and she discovers that Leonard fell in love with some unknown woman. "I'm coming back to the US." "Great, honey. You need to resolve this before it turns into a marriage." On Monday after arriving, Valentina calls Leonard's office. "Leonard, it's Valentina." "Valentina, wow, what a surprise. You're in the US." "I arrived Saturday. I missed home." "That's great. How long will you be staying?" "Depends on a few things I need to resolve here." A calculated pause. "Leonard, can we meet? I have some projects that might interest your company." "Of course. How about tomorrow morning?" "Perfect." "Can I come to your company?" "Yes, you can. Is 10 good?" "It's a date." Valentina hangs up with a cold smile. She has less than 24 hours to find out who this Maria is and figure out a way to get rid of her. On Tuesday morning, she gets dressed carefully. A discreet Chanel dress, low Louboutin shoes, a small Hermès bag. Elegant but not exaggerated. She wants Leonard to remember what he lost. At 10 o'clock sharp, she arrives at the company. The receptionist smiles when she sees the Monroe surname on the schedule. "Ms. Monroe, Mr. Sterling is waiting." "Thank you." Leonard stands up when she enters. 2 years without seeing each other, and he's still handsome. "Valentina, you look great. Paris did you good." "Thank you. You look good too. Different." "Different how?" "Happier, more relaxed." Leonard smiles. "That's true. A lot has changed." They talk business for a few minutes. Valentina talks about opportunities in France. Leonard talks about the company's projects, but she can't concentrate. She wants to know about this Maria. "Leonard, I heard you're dating." He is surprised by the direct question. "Oh, yes, I am." "That's great. Who's the lucky one?" "Maria. She works here as a consultant." "Consultant of what?" "Human resources. She completely changed the company's atmosphere." Valentina smiles outwardly, but inside she is seething. "She must be very special to have won you over." "She is very special, different from all the women I've ever met." At that moment, someone knocks on the door. It's Camilla bringing some papers. "Excuse me, Leonard. I brought the reports you requested." "Thank you, Maria. Oh, I want to introduce you to a long-time friend. Valentina Monroe, this is Maria, my girlfriend." Camilla feels the world spinning. The woman in front of her has an impressive elegance. Perfect blonde hair, impeccable makeup, clothes that must cost more than she earns in 6 months. "Nice to meet you, Maria," Valentina says, analyzing every detail. "The pleasure is mine," Camilla replies, trying not to show how inferior she feels. "Maria, Valentina just got back from Paris." "That's cool," Camilla manages to say. Valentina observes everything with eagle eyes. The simple but well-chosen clothes, the confident but not arrogant posture, the way Leonard looks at her. And most importantly, she observes something Leonard doesn't notice. Maria's hands have discreet marks, the kind of marks that come from hard work. "Well, I'll let you two talk," Camilla says. "It was a pleasure to meet you, Valentina." "Likewise, dear." After Camilla leaves, Valentina becomes thoughtful. "She seems interesting," she comments. "She's incredible. She has a vision about people I've never seen." "And her family? How did you two meet?" Leonard realizes he knows very little about Maria's past. "We met here at work. Her family's from the countryside." "I see." Valentina spends another hour at the company, observing. She sees how the employees treat Maria, how she talks naturally with everyone. But most importantly, she sees the marks on her hands and notices how Maria avoids talking about the past. When she leaves the company, Valentina is sure. This Maria is hiding something big. And she's going to find out what. The next day, Valentina wastes no time. First thing in the morning, she calls the private detective the family has used for years. "Robert, it's Valentina Monroe. Miss Monroe, good to hear you're back. How can I help?" "I need information about someone. Name, please." "Maria? I don't know her full last name. She works as a consultant at Leonard Sterling's company." "Got it. What kind of information do you need?" "Everything. Where she lives, family, education, where she came from. Anything you can find." Robert has known the Monroe family for decades. He knows that when they ask for information about someone, they want something. "How much time do I have?" "A week at most. It's important." "I'll do my best." Valentina spends the next few days anxious. She has lunch with friends, goes to the mall, gets beauty treatments. But she can only think about how she will use the information against Maria. 5 days later, Robert calls. "Ms. Monroe, I've got some very interesting information." "Tell me." "Her full name is Camilla Davis. Maria must be her middle name." Valentina writes everything down. "Continue." "She lives in a simple apartment in East Los Angeles with a grandmother who has Alzheimer's. More? Until a few months ago, she worked as a housekeeper at the Imperial Hotel." Valentina feels an explosion of joy. "A housekeeper?" "That's right. And there's more. She applied to human resources at a state university but dropped out in her 3rd semester. So she lied about her education?" "Apparently so. Never graduated." Valentina can't hide her satisfaction. "Robert, you are wonderful. Did you get documents?" "I have proof of enrollment at the university, proof of withdrawal, and her employment record from the hotel." "Perfect. Can you bring everything today?" "Of course. I'll meet you at your family's office at 5. Valentina hangs up, radiant. She finally has the ammunition to end this ridiculous relationship. Maria is a liar, a housekeeper who posed as a consultant to hook Leonard. When he finds out, he'll be so humiliated that he'll never want to see her again. And then Valentina will be there to comfort him. At 5 in the afternoon, Robert arrives with a folder full of documents. "Here's everything, Ms. Monroe." She opens the folder and sees enrollment proofs from the state university, proof of course withdrawal, and her employment record from the Imperial Hotel. Everything she needs to prove Leonard was deceived. "Robert, thank you. This is exactly what I needed. May I ask what you plan to do with this information?" "I'm going to save my friend from a liar." Robert has known Valentina for years. He knows she's not doing this just out of friendship, but it's not his problem. "If you need anything else, for now this is fine, but stay available." That night, Valentina studies each document. She plans exactly how she will reveal everything. It needs to be at the right moment, in front of the right people. Leonard said he was having a family lunch on Saturday to introduce Maria to everyone. It's the perfect opportunity. The humiliation will be public and definitive. On Friday, the day before the lunch, Valentina calls Aunt Celia. "Aunt, I heard Leonard is having a lunch tomorrow." "Yes, he is, to introduce his new girlfriend to the family." "Can I come? I want to meet this Maria." "Of course, dear. Leonard will be happy to see you." "Great. See you tomorrow." Valentina hangs up and looks at the documents spread on the table. Tomorrow, Maria will find out what happens when someone like her tries to play in the world of the rich. Saturday morning, Camilla wakes up more nervous than ever. The lunch at Leonard's house is at noon, and she couldn't sleep properly all night. First, she takes care of Grandma Rose. The old woman is more confused than usual. "Camilla, where are my clothes?" "What clothes, Grandma?" "My good clothes. I'm going out." "You're not going out today. You're staying here with Miss Elby." "Who is Miss Elby? I don't know that woman." Camilla feels her heart clench. "She's our neighbor, Grandma. You've known her for years." "No, I don't. I don't want to stay with a stranger. Camilla hugs her grandmother until she calms down. The episodes are getting worse and worse. She needs to schedule an appointment with a neurologist, but a private one costs a fortune and Medicare takes months. At 10:30, Ms. Ulby arrives. "Good morning, Ms. Rose. How are you today?" "Who are you?" the grandmother asks suspiciously. "I'm Ulby, your friend." Camilla quietly explains to the neighbor that her grandmother is having a difficult day. "Leave it to me. We'll watch those old soap operas she likes." "Thank you, Ms. Ulby. Call me if anything happens." Camilla gets ready in her room. She spent almost her entire month's salary on a light blue dress and matching shoes. Nothing too expensive, but suitable for the occasion. In the mirror, she looks at herself and almost manages to believe that she belongs to Leonard's world. Almost. The address Leonard gave her is in Beverly Hills. Camilla takes the subway, train and bus to get there. An hour-and-a-half journey. When she gets off the bus in front of the gated community, her stomach churns. A guarded entrance, perfect gardens, huge mansions everywhere. "Name and destination?" the security guard asks. "Camilla Davis. I'm going to Leonard Sterling's house." "One moment." The security guard calls the house. "Mr. Sterling, there's a Camilla Davis here at the gate." After a few seconds, "You can let her in." Camilla walks through the community streets until she reaches Leonard's house. It's a 2-story mansion with a huge garden and a garage for 4 cars. She takes a deep breath before ringing the doorbell. Leonard opens the door personally. He looks handsome in a polo shirt and shorts. "Maria, you made it." "Of course I did." "You look beautiful." "Thank you." Leonard leads her inside. The house is even more impressive inside. A giant living room, expensive furniture, paintings on the walls. "Come, I want to introduce you to everyone." On the patio, about a dozen people are chatting and drinking cocktails, all very well dressed, talking about travel and business. "Everyone, I want to introduce Maria to you," Leonard announces. Everyone stops talking and looks at Camilla. She feels like an animal in a zoo. "Maria, this is my Aunt Celia," Leonard says. "Nice to meet you, Maria. Leonard talks a lot about you." "The pleasure is mine, Miss Celia. And these are my cousins, Richard and Patricia." Camilla greets everyone, trying to remember their names. People are polite, but she feels like she's being analyzed. "Maria works in human resources," Leonard explains. "She's completely changed the atmosphere of our company." "Interesting," Richard comments. "Where did you get your degree?" Camilla feels her blood run cold. "I went to college in the countryside." "Ah, what city?" "Fresno." "Nice. What college?" "A small, private one." Richard looks confused but doesn't press. At that moment, someone rings the doorbell. Leonard goes to answer and returns with a stunning blonde woman. "Everyone, look who showed up. Valentina is back from Paris." Everyone gets excited. It's obvious she's well liked by the family. "Valentina, I missed you," Aunt Celia says. "Hi, Aunt. I brought some little gifts from France for you." Valentina looks perfect in a Versace dress that must have cost more than Camilla earns in a year. She greets everyone intimately, tells funny stories from Paris. Camilla feels like a bug next to this goddess. "Valentina, you met Maria yesterday at the company," Leonard says. "Of course, Leonard's girlfriend," Valentina says with a smile that doesn't reach her eyes. During lunch, Camilla tries to follow conversations about art, travel, and business. She gives vague answers when asked about her life, always trying to change the subject. Valentina observes everything in silence, with a discreet folder next to her chair. After dessert, Valentina stands up. "Everyone, can I say something? It's about our new friend Maria." Leonard is surprised. "What about Maria?" "Well, as your old friend, Leonard, I think you should know a few things about her." Camilla feels her world collapse. "What are you talking about?" Valentina opens the folder and places documents on the table. I found out you're not exactly who you say you are. Everyone goes silent. Leonard looks confused at the papers. Your real name is Camilla Davis. You never graduated from any college. You dropped out in your 3rd semester, Valentina announces calmly. The table falls into absolute silence. And until a few months ago you worked as a housekeeper at the Imperial Hotel. Camilla feels as if the ground has disappeared beneath her feet. Leonard looks at the documents and then at her. Is it true? He asks in a low voice. Camilla looks at all the faces around the table. She sees surprise, disgust, superiority. There's no point in denying it. It's true, she whispers. The silence that follows is deafening. The silence at the table lasts an eternity. Camilla feels all eyes fixed on her. Leonard looks like he's been punched in the stomach. Aunt Celia covers her mouth with her hand. Is it true, Camilla? Leonard asks again, louder now. Camilla tries to speak, but the words get stuck. Valentina smiles discreetly, savoring the moment. Leonard, I can explain. Explain what? That you lied from day one. His voice comes out harsh, hurt. Camilla has never seen Leonard like this. It wasn't to deceive you. It was out of necessity. Necessity for what? Richard, the cousin, interjects. To take advantage of my cousin? No, that was never it. Leonard gets up from the table, running a hand through his hair. Camilla, you made a fool out of me all this time. No, Leonard. What I feel for you is real. Real. He laughs, but it's not a joyful laugh. How can it be real if you're a walking lie? I'm not a lie. I just hid where I came from. Hid? Valentina interjects. You invented an entire life. College, family, profession. Because I knew you would react exactly like this. Camilla stands up too. That you would dismiss me just like you're doing now. Leonard hesitates for a second, and that hesitation says it all. That's it, Camilla continues, seeing his silence. You never would have looked twice at me if you knew who I really was. This isn't about your profession, Camilla. It's about trust, isn't it? Then tell me, if I had told you on the first day that I was a housekeeper, would you have given me a chance? Leonard doesn't answer. He can't. There's your answer. Aunt Celia shakes her head. Dear, you have to understand. There are inevitable social differences. Social differences? Camilla turns to her. You mean I'm inferior for working honestly? It's not that. It's about compatibility. It's about prejudice. For months you treated me well because you thought I was like you. Now that you know the truth, suddenly I'm trash. Nobody said you're trash, Leonard says, but without conviction. They didn't have to say it. It's written all over everyone's faces. Leonard slams his hand on the table. Enough! Stop it. He turns to Camilla and she sees a coldness in his eyes she's never seen before. Camilla, you need to leave. Leonard, leave, now. Can't we talk? Alone? There's nothing to talk about. You lied to me for months. Camilla feels she has lost. There's nothing more she can say. Okay, she says, grabbing her purse. I'm leaving. And you're not coming back to the company on Monday. Her world completely collapses. What? You're fired. Leonard, please. I need this job. You should have thought about that before you lied. Camilla looks at him one last time. The man she loves has become a cold stranger. Okay. You'll never have to look at me again. She leaves the house without looking back, hearing Valentina comforting Leonard. You did the right thing, Leo. She just wanted to take advantage. On the street, waiting for the bus, Camilla cries harder than she ever has in her life. She lost everything, her job, her love, her dignity. And the worst part is, she always knew this would happen. In the following days, the story spreads like wildfire. The housekeeper who fooled the billionaire becomes the talk of social media. Monday, Camilla goes to pick up her things at the company. Patricia greets her with pity. "I brought a box with your belongings," she says softly. "Thank you." "Camilla, I always liked working with you. You were different." On the way home, Camilla sees she's become a meme online. Her photo with a con artist sign spread on WhatsApp. Tuesday she tries 3 jobs, always the same answer: "We can't hire you." Wednesday she goes to the Imperial Hotel, where she worked before. "Camilla, what a surprise." The manager greets her coldly. "Hi, Mr. Johnson, do you have any openings?" "Openings," he laughs. "After the show you put on, pretending to be a consultant. I never lied here. You lied about who you were. That tainted the hotel's reputation." "Mr. Johnson, I worked here for years, and now you don't. I can't hire you." Thursday, the pharmacy calls, demanding payment for Grandma Rose's medicine. "Ms. Davis, you have $420 overdue." "I know. I'll pay this week. If you don't pay by Friday, we'll suspend your supply." Camilla counts the money she has. $150. Not even half of what she needs. Friday, she manages to negotiate another week at the pharmacy. On the way home, she sees her photo in a gossip magazine. Con artist housekeeper, how she fooled a millionaire CEO. The article is cruel, full of details only someone close could know. Valentina not only destroyed her professional life, she destroyed her reputation too. That night, at home, Grandma Rose notices that something is wrong. "Camilla, why are you sad?" "I'm not sad, Grandma." "Yes, you are. I can tell." Camilla can't take it anymore. She throws herself into her grandmother's arms and cries, "I lost my job, Grandma, and the man I loved." Why? Because I lied to him. Because I'm too poor to deserve love. Grandma Rose, even confused, understands her granddaughter's pain. "Don't say that, Camilla. You're a good girl. But no one will hire me. Everyone knows me as a liar." "Then we'll leave here." "What do you mean, Grandma?" "We'll go somewhere else. Start over." Camilla looks into her grandmother's eyes, which for a moment are lucid. "You're right, Grandma. There's nothing left for us here." While Camilla suffers, Valentina celebrates her victory. Leonard is free from the opportunist, and she can win him back. Monday, she goes to his company. "How are you?" she asks, entering the office. Leonard is behind his desk, looking like he hasn't slept. "I'm fine." "I imagine it must have been difficult to find out you were deceived." "It was." Valentina sits in the armchair. "But at least you found out before you got more involved." Leonard doesn't respond. The truth is, he can't stop thinking about Camilla, about her tears, about the way she said he would never have given her a chance if he had known the truth, and the worst part is she was right. "Leonard, you look down." "I'm fine, Valentina. Do you want to talk about it?" "There's not much to talk about. She lied, I found out, it's over. But you still like her." "How can I like someone I don't even know?" Valentina leans forward. "Can I tell you something as a friend?" "Go ahead." "This Camilla studied you. She knew exactly what to say to win you over. She didn't seem calculating." "Leonard, of course she didn't seem calculating. If she did, it wouldn't have worked." He looks back at the papers, confused. "You know what I think? You should distance yourself from this whole thing. Focus on other things." "What other things?" "Work, family." Pause. "Fun." "I'm not in the mood for fun." "Exactly. How about dinner with me tonight, like old times?" Leonard hesitates. "I don't know if that's a good idea. We've been friends for years, and I just got back from Paris." Leonard looks at her. Valentina has always been beautiful, elegant, sophisticated, the kind of woman his family approves of, the opposite of Camilla. Okay, he accepts. Dinner between friends. That night, Valentina dresses carefully. A red dress, high heels, perfect makeup. She wants Leonard to see what he missed. Dinner is at an expensive restaurant. Valentina tells stories from Paris, talks about business, makes Leonard laugh for the first time in days. "How I missed this," she says, sipping wine. "Missed what?" "Talking to someone at my level. That whole situation with Camilla made me think about something," she continues. "What? How you deserve someone who truly understands you, someone from the same world." Leonard gets uncomfortable. Valentina. Relationships between people from different social classes never work out. There's always lying involved. Not always. Leonard, you saw it yourself. She lied from day one. She said it was out of necessity. And you believe that? Leonard doesn't answer. She fooled you perfectly. If I hadn't found out, you could have married her. The idea of having married Camilla hurts more than Leonard expected. But I didn't, he says softly. Thank God. At the end of the night, Valentina drives Leonard home. Thank you for tonight. I needed to clear my head. Anytime you want, I'm here. She leans in and kisses his cheek, lingering longer than usual. Good night, Leo. After she leaves, Leonard is left alone in the living room. He picks up his cell phone and almost calls Camilla. But then he remembers the lies and puts the phone away. Maybe Valentina is right. It's better to forget and move on. But why is it so difficult? 2 weeks after the humiliation, Camilla still hasn't found a job. Thursday morning, she wakes up to Grandma Rose feeling unwell. "Grandma, what's happening?" Rose is on the kitchen floor, confused and trembling. "Camilla, where am I?" "At home, Grandma. Come, let me help you." On the couch, Rose seems not to recognize her own apartment. "Who are these people?" she asks, looking at the photos on the shelf. "They're our photos, Grandma." "I don't know them." At the public hospital, they wait 4 hours. The doctor is direct. "Ms. Rose needs stronger medication. Her Alzheimer's is advancing." "What medication?" "About $800 a month." Camilla feels the floor drop out from under her. 800? And she needs to take it without fail. What if she doesn't take it? The deterioration will accelerate. Soon she won't recognize anyone anymore. On the way back, Camilla calculates and recalculates. Even with a job, she wouldn't be able to pay. "Grandma, remember when I was little?" "You are little." Rose looks at her without recognition. In her grandmother's eyes, Camilla is a stranger. That night, she makes a painful decision. She calls her cousin in Portland, Oregon. "Jessica, it's Camilla." "Camilla. Wow, it's been a while. How are you?" "Complicated. Do you still want to open that cleaning company?" "Yes, I do." "Why? Would you be interested in a partner, someone who understands the business?" "Of course. But weren't you working at a big company?" "Long story. Can I come up there?" "Anytime. There's room for both of you. They have a very good Alzheimer's center here, through Medicare." For the first time in weeks, Camilla feels hope. "Jess, I'll get everything organized and call you." "It'll work out, cousin." Saturday, she tells Grandma Rose the plan. "Grandma, we're going on a trip." "Where to?" "Portland, Oregon. There are good doctors there." "Is Portland far?" "A little bit, but it'll be better." Monday, she sells the furniture. Tuesday, she says goodbye to Miss Albee. "I'll miss you, dear," the neighbor says, crying. "Thank you for everything. You saved our lives." Wednesday, moving day. She dresses Grandma Rose in her prettiest clothes. "Are we going for a ride, Grandma?" "What ride?" "A very long ride." On the bus, as Los Angeles disappears behind them, Camilla looks out the window. She leaves behind her job, her love, her dreams. But she also leaves behind the humiliation and the pain. Rose sleeps in the seat beside her. Every now and then, she wakes up and asks where they are. "We're going to our new home, Grandma." "Is the new home good?" "It will be, Grandma. It will be." 8 hours later, the bus arrives in Portland. Jessica is waiting at the bus station. "Camilla, wow, you've lost weight. Hi, Jess, this is Grandma Rose." "Hi, Aunt Rose, do you remember me?" Rose looks at her without recognition. "Whose daughter are you?" "I'm Camilla's cousin. The apartment is simple but cozy, much better than the one in Los Angeles." "Jess, I don't know how to thank you." "Stop it. Family helps family." "But I don't have money to invest." "You have experience. That's worth more than money." First night in Portland. Rose looks out the window. "I like it here." "You really like it, Grandma?" "It's quieter." Camilla is surprised. Rose remembers Los Angeles. "Yes, it's calmer." "Camilla, why did we leave?" How to explain to someone with Alzheimer's that they fled from humiliation? "We came to find a better life, Grandma." "And will it be better?" "Yes, Grandma, it will be." First week, Camilla gets to know the city. Quieter than Los Angeles, less hustle and bustle. She takes Rose to the community clinic. An appointment with a neurologist will take 2 months, but it's free. She registers her grandmother at the Senior Citizen Center. There she will do activities while Camilla works. Two Hearts Cleaning Company. Jessica shows her the contract. "Why that name?" "Two cousins working with heart." Camilla smiles. It's been a long time since she truly smiled. First days back at work, she feels strange in a uniform again. After months as an executive, she's back to being an employee. But there's something liberating about it. She doesn't have to pretend to be anyone. "You really have experience," Jessica comments. "I learned on the job." A month later, she receives an unexpected call. "Camilla? It's Patricia." Her heart races. "Patricia? I got your number from Ms. Albee. How are you?" "I'm good. And you?" "Good. I heard you moved to Portland." "Yes, I did." "And how's it going?" "Different, but good." "Camilla, can I tell you something?" "Of course." "Mr. Sterling isn't doing well. Ever since you left, he's changed." Camilla feels her heart clench. "What do you mean?" "He's more withdrawn, more serious. And Valentina, she practically lives at the company now." "Are they together?" "Not officially, but she never leaves his side." "Patricia, why are you telling me this?" "Because I think he made a mistake. You were good for the job, and for him." "He fired me, Patricia. He humiliated me in front of his family." "I know. But sometimes people do stupid things when they're hurt." After hanging up, Camilla is thoughtful. Part of her still loves Leonard, always will, but he made his choice. He chose to believe she was a con artist. Now she has to move on, build a new life where she can be herself. In Portland, no one knows her story. Here she's just Camilla Davis, a hard-working woman taking care of her sick grandmother. And for the first time in months, that's enough. 6 years after leaving Los Angeles, Camilla is no longer the same person. The insecure woman who lied to survive has become a small business owner who built everything with honesty. It's Monday morning, and she arrives at the Two Hearts cleaning office. What started as a small business now has 8 employees and some good contracts in Portland. It's not an empire, but it pays the bills and allows for a dignified life. "Good morning, Miss Davis," greets Joanna, who handles reception. "Good morning, Joe. How's your mother?" "Better, thank you for asking." In the small but organized office, Jessica waits for her with coffee and the agenda. "We have 2 proposals today. One is interesting." Which one? A large company from Los Angeles. They want to outsource office cleaning. Camilla looks up. Los Angeles? Yes, a construction company. Sterling Construction. Camilla's heart pounds. After 6 years, Leonard's name still affects her. What do you think? Jessica asks. Camilla looks at the proposal. It's good money, but it's nothing that will drastically change their lives. Jess, why did they call us? There are a lot of bigger companies in Los Angeles. That's what I thought too. I did some research, and it seems the company has been having internal problems for about 2 years now. Camilla feels a hint of curiosity. What kind of problem? Dissatisfied employees, bad atmosphere, that kind of thing. And you think we should accept? Look, the money is good, and it would be a chance to show our work to bigger companies, Camilla thinks. Part of her wants to flee from anything related to Leonard. Another part wants to show him that she succeeded on her own. Okay, let's try it. Seriously. Seriously, but I'll present the budget myself. That night, at home, Camilla talks to Grandma Rose. The disease has stabilized with Medicare treatment, but the confusion episodes continue. Grandma, I'm going on a trip this week. Where to, dear? Los Angeles, for work. Los Angeles. Rose repeats the name thoughtfully. That name reminds me of something. We lived there before, Grandma. We did? Why did we leave? Camilla hesitates. Because it's better for you here. And will you come back? Of course I will. My life is here. Rose takes her granddaughter's hand. Are you happy here? Yes, Grandma, I am. Then don't let anyone convince you otherwise. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, Leonard is living through the worst period of his life. The company has been in serious trouble for 2 years, and his marriage to Valentina is on the verge of collapse. They married 3 years ago, more out of family pressure than love. Valentina got what she wanted, but she discovered that winning and keeping are very different things. Leo, we need to talk, Valentina says during dinner. About what? About us. About this situation. Leonard stops eating. What situation? You know it's not working. Val! You don't have to pretend. We're more like 2 strangers sharing a house. Leonard doesn't answer because she's right. Look, I got what I wanted. I married you. But I discovered something. Having someone who doesn't want to be there is worse than being alone. And what do you want to do? Valentina takes a deep breath. I want us to separate. Leonard is surprised. Seriously? Seriously. We're wasting time. What about the family? Everyone will be shocked. Let them be. They don't have to live our lives. Val, are you sure? Absolutely. And Leo, there's something I need to tell you. What? About that story with Camilla. Leonard tenses. What about it? I might have exaggerated at the time. What do you mean? Valentina lowers her eyes. She really did lie, that's a fact. But maybe she wasn't the villain I made her out to be. Why are you telling me this now? Because in the last few years I've realized something. You never forgot her. Leonard doesn't deny it. And I spent all this time trying to be someone I'm not to compete with a memory. Valentina. No, let me finish. Maybe she lied out of desperation, to take care of her grandmother, to have a chance in life. And why didn't you say that before? Because I was jealous. Because I wanted you all to myself. She pauses. But love isn't possession, is it? At the company, things aren't getting any better. Leonard is in a tense meeting with the board of directors. Mr. Sterling, we lost 2 more clients this month, the manager informs. Why? Bad work environment. Employees seem unmotivated. And what do you suggest? Perhaps an external consultancy, someone specializing in human resources. Leonard sighs. I'll think about it. After the meeting, he is alone in his office. He looks out the window and thinks about how everything went wrong. The company that was the family's pride has become a source of problems. The marriage that should have brought stability has become a prison. And deep down, he knows it all started to go wrong when he fired Camilla. "Mr. Sterling?" Patricia enters the office. "A cleaning company wants to present a proposal." "What company?" "Two Hearts from Portland. It seems they specialize in corporate environments." "Okay. Schedule it for next week. Actually, the owner of the company is already in Los Angeles. Can it be today?" Leonard looks at his watch. "Yes, send them up." Camilla is nervous in the elevator. 6 years later, she's going to meet Leonard again. But now it's different. She's no longer the desperate housekeeper. She's a businesswoman who has earned her place. The office door opens and she enters. Leonard looks up and freezes completely. "Hi, Leonard." He can't speak for a few seconds. The Camilla in front of him is different, more mature, more confident, more real. "Camilla, How? Surprised?" "Very." He stands up, still in shock. You own a company?" "I do, with my cousin." "And you came here to make a business proposal?" The silence between them is heavy. 6 years of hurt, regret, and memories. How are you?" Leonard asks. "Good. Very good, actually." The coolness in her voice hurts him more than he expected. "That's good. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you. Can I sit down?" Of course. Camilla sits in the chair she knows well. But now the situation is the opposite of what it was before. "So, you want to present a proposal?" "I do. I heard you're having organizational climate problems." Leonard looks embarrassed, more or less. "Look, I'll be direct. Our company is small, but we understand people. And from what I've researched, the problem here isn't just cleaning, it's employee satisfaction." "And you think you can solve that?" "I can try. I've done similar work before." Leonard looks at her and sees the confidence she has now. Her transformation is impressive. "Camilla, can I ask you something?" "Depends. How did you build a company?" "By working." "But how did you start?" Camilla looks him firmly in the eyes. "You want to know how a liar like me managed to succeed?" "I didn't mean that." "Yes, you did, and I'll tell you." She leans forward. "I stopped lying. I stopped pretending to be someone I'm not. I discovered that being myself is enough." The words hit Leonard like a punch. "Camilla! Leonard, you fired me, humiliated me in front of your family, kicked me out of your life. That's fine. I did lie, but I learned from it. Maybe I was too harsh." "Harsh?" She laughs, but it's a humorless laugh. "You were cruel. I was hurt, and I was desperate. I needed that job to take care of my grandmother." "How is she?" "Stable. The treatment in Portland helped." "That's good." Camilla stands up. "Look, do you accept the proposal or not? I have other clients to attend to." Leonard realizes he has completely lost control of the situation. "I accept." "Great. When can I start?" "Whenever you want." "Monday, then." At the door, she stops. "Leonard?" "Yes?" "Thank you for the opportunity. I won't disappoint you. I know you won't." After she leaves, Leonard is alone. For the first time in years, he feels something akin to hope, or maybe it's just regret. In the following weeks, the Two Hearts team works at Sterling Construction, and the results appear quickly. Employees are more satisfied, the atmosphere improves, productivity rises. Leonard observes everything from afar. He sees Camilla leading the team with firmness and care. He sees how she knows each employee, how she cares about everyone's well-being. A month later, he gathers his courage and seeks her out. "Camilla, can I talk to you?" "About work?" "No, about About us. She stops organizing papers. There is no us, Leonard. I know, but I wish there was. It's too late. Is it really? Camilla looks at him with weariness. What do you want? To apologize for what I did. You already did. And to tell you that I never forgot you. Leonard, stop it. I can't, Camilla. I tried. I got married. I tried to move on. But I couldn't. You got married? I did, but I'm already getting a divorce. Camilla feels her heart race, but she maintains her composure. And what does that have to do with me? Everything. Because I realized I love you, the real you. It took you 6 years to realize that? It did, and I regret it every day. Camilla shakes her head. Leonard, I'm not that girl who left here crying anymore. I know, you're much better. I am, and I learned not to need anyone to be happy. I'm not asking you to need me. I just want a chance. A chance for what? To show you I've changed, to show you that now I value you for who you are. Camilla laughs, but it's a bitter laugh. Leonard, you hurt me too much. I know, and I'll carry that for the rest of my life. You will, because I remember every word you said that day. Leonard bows his head. I deserve it. Yes, you do. But is there no forgiveness possible? Camilla looks at him for a long time. Maybe. But it will take time, a lot of time. How much time? I don't know. Maybe never, maybe forever. And how can I? You can't do anything, Leonard. You can only wait and hope that one day I can forget the pain you caused me. In the following days, Leonard tries to approach her discreetly. A coffee here, a conversation there, always respectful, always patient. But Camilla keeps her guard up. She doesn't want to give herself to him again just to be hurt again. Why don't you give him a chance? Jessica asks on the phone. Because he destroyed me, Jess. But that was 6 years ago. People change. Some change. Others just pretend they've changed. What if he really changed? What if he didn't? What if I give myself to him and he hurts me again? Then you leave and never look back. It's not that simple. Camilla, you can't live in fear for the rest of your life. Yes, I can, and I will. But deep down, Camilla knows she still feels something for Leonard. She just doesn't know if it's love or just a memory of what once was. After 2 months working at the company, Camilla needs to make a decision. The contract is over, and she has to go back to Portland. Leonard seeks her out on the last day. So that's it? You're leaving? Yes, the work here is done. What if I made you a proposal? What kind of proposal? Professional. I want you to come back and work here. Camilla is surprised. How? As human resources coordinator, with your name, your story, no lies. Leonard, the company needs you. I need you. But I have my life in Portland. You can keep both, or you can consider moving. With Grandma Rose. With Grandma Rose. I can help with her treatment. Camilla shakes her head. I don't want charity. It's not charity. It's a way to make up for what I did wrong. You can't make up for it, Leonard. It doesn't work like that. Then how does it work? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work. They are silent for a while. Camilla, give me a chance. A small chance. To do what? To prove I've changed, to show I've learned to respect you. What if you haven't changed? What if it's all just like before? Then you leave and never see me again. Camilla looks at him. She sees sincerity in his eyes, but she also sees the man who destroyed her 6 years ago. I need to think. How much time do you need? I don't know. Maybe we can talk on the phone, see how things go. Just talk. Just talk. No promises, no expectations. Leonard smiles for the first time. I can handle that. And Leonard? Yes. If you hurt me again, I'm gone forever. Understood. A week later in Portland, Camilla talks to Grandma Rose. Grandma, there's a man who wants to talk to me. What man? A man I met a long time ago. Do you like him? I used to, a lot. And now? Now I don't know. He hurt me. Rose looks at her granddaughter with eyes that are sometimes lucid. And did you forgive him? Not yet. But do you want to forgive him? Camilla hesitates. Maybe. Then talk to him, but slowly. Slowly how? Like a little plant. First it sprouts, then it grows, then it blossoms. Camilla smiles. Even confused, Grandma is still wise. That night, Leonard calls. Hi. Hi. How was your day? Normal. And yours? Difficult. I miss you. Leonard. Sorry. I know I can't say that yet. You really can't. Then I'll talk about other things. How's Grandma Rose? And they talk. About simple, everyday things, without pressure, without demands. It's the beginning of something. Maybe love, maybe friendship, maybe just conversation. But it's a beginning. And sometimes that's all we need to believe that it's possible to start over. Did you like this story? Tell me in the comments. Do you think Camilla made the right decision? See you in the next story.